Julio Jones to a one-year deal. The 7-time Pro Bowler spent last season in Tampa, United Philly with fellow wideout A.J. Brown. The two played together for one season in Tennessee back in 2021.
Just wonder, is this an effort to jumpstart the offense by any means necessary? Now, the big issue.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Philadelphia Eagles once again made a huge move, so you knew that I had to bust out the green suit for this one. Before we get to the content, make sure you drop like, subscribe, and turn on our notifications to help the channel grow. Now that we get all that out of the way, work! Ladies and gentlemen, every time PrizePicks has done this, it's practically been free money for us. For the opening weeks of the NFL season, we've had a lot of success on PrizePicks. I've been showing you guys my picks on Instagram, and I post my picks there for free consistently at The Flight Mike. And typically, you need to at least make 2 correct picks in order to make money. But in this case, PrizePicks is giving us a free Steph Curry square. Steph Curry only needs 1 point in order for his square to convert. So we just need to get 1 pick right at minimum to make money here. So if you're an NFL fan, I'm looking at Tyreek Hill scoring a touchdown versus the Philadelphia Eagles. And if you're an NBA fan, I'm looking at Michael Porter Jr. to grab more than 5.5 rebounds. Make sure you use my promo code Mikerophone to get a $100 deposit match when you sign up at PrizePicks. This is easily my favorite promo of the year. We've had a lot of success with it in the past. I'm going to show you additional picks on my Instagram story. And thank you, PrizePicks, for the sponsor. Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's going on, everybody? Everybody that's a huge follower of this channel would know that I'm a diehard Dallas Cowboy fan. But whenever it comes to me putting my biases aside, I have tremendous respect for what the Philadelphia Eagles have been able to do to construct a consistent Super Bowl contender. And it pains me to say it, but it seems like ever since Howie Roseman moved on from Doug Peterson and Carson Wentz, you know, after Doug Peterson tanked a game on national television, it seems like this man can't miss. He went from passing on DK Metcalf in the 2019 NFL draft and passing on Justin Jefferson in the 2020 NFL draft, which gave us this gem of a moment.
Jalen Rieger, wide receiver, TCU to the Eagles.
Let's go get him.
Yeah. Hey, Pack.
I'm on it.
Nice. Get Justin Jefferson on the clock right now.
I'm on it.
Wow.
It seems like Howie Roseman hasn't been able to miss. I mean, in terms of the NFL draft alone, in 2021, he selected Devontae Smith. In 2022, the middle of the draft, he traded for A.J. Brown. He also began drafting every Georgia Bulldog that ever comes out of the NFL draft. In 2022, drafting Jordan Davis and Kobe Dean. This past year, stealing Jalen Carter with the 9th overall pick, drafting Nolan Smith and Keely Ringo later on in the draft. And it hasn't only been in regards to the NFL draft recently. He's been crushing it with high upside trades. I mean, going all the way back to last year, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, Robert Quinn, signing Ndamukong Suh in the middle of the season, who may have been a little bit past his prime, but hey, why not check to see if Robert Quinn and Ndamukong Suh have a little bit more left in the tank? Signing Hassan Reddick to a prove-it contract and then him proving that contract. And even when players leave, like Javon Hargrave leaving to the San Francisco 49ers, he's able to replace them with young talent like Jalen Carter. And that's before I even bring up how once Miles Sanders decided to take a big contract with the Carolina Panthers, he was able to replace him with Rashad Penny and DeAndre Swift. And DeAndre Swift is having a great season for himself. And it seems like once again, the Philadelphia Eagles are up to their same antics. You see, the Philadelphia Eagles once again have depth issues, only this time it's not on the defensive line. Honestly, last year was more because they had an embarrassment of riches on the defensive line. This time, it's because, well, they're actually kind of thin at the wide receiver position. Behind A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith is typically Quez Watkins. Quez Watkins was placed on IR with a hamstring injury, so the Philadelphia Eagles needed to figure out how to fill that spot up quickly. Originally, according to Adam Schefter, the Philadelphia Eagles placed Quez Watkins on IR with a hamstring injury and worked out Marquez Callaway and Desmond Patman on Monday. In the end, the person that they turned to is someone that I was not expecting at all whatsoever. According to Adam Schefter, 7-time Pro Bowl wide receiver Julio Jones is signing a 1-year deal with the Philadelphia Eagles, per sources. Jones will be reunited with his former Titans teammate AJ Brown, who pushed for Tennessee to trade for him from Atlanta. Along with playing with Brown in Tennessee, Jones also previously played with Olamide Zaccheaus when the two were together in Atlanta. Do you guys remember that adorable video that AJ Brown posted right before the Tennessee Titans traded for Julio Jones?
Julio! That's what they're gonna say when you make a catch, when you make a touchdown. They don't even do that for me. Just hear me out. Just hear me out. And look what I'm wearing. Your first Titan jersey. I haven't even been released yet. Okay, I'm gonna sell you on some things right here. Listen to me closely. You have Tannehill, Mr. Finger Roll himself. Every time, Eric Hill. Listen, he does what he needs to be done. Like, he's a leader. He's a great passer. He's it. Anyway, next. Him, behind me, superhuman. We don't even have to discuss him. He speaks for himself. Look how mean he look in the picture. Like, okay. Then me, I'm up and coming. Pro Bowl year 2. Not a big deal. Kind of a big deal, but not really. Okay, scratch that. Anyway, whatever. You, the GOAT of our era, of our receivers. Help me, help you. Come home, Julio. Come home.
I have a lot of respect for AJ Brown for doing this because you could tell this is definitely something that AJ Brown wanted. I don't necessarily know if this is going to be the type of scenario where Julio Jones is going to magically turn back the clock to 2019 or 2018 and play like his 29 or 30-year-old self, because I've always said that whenever a brand new wide receiver comes to a brand new system, typically it takes some time to become acclimated. I think at the very minimum, this is a home run. This is an A+ decision, but it's not what you guys think it is. The Philadelphia Eagles aren't getting prime Julio Jones here. Honestly, any amount of time that he's able to play in this particular instance is a huge blessing. And I also think that we could expect a similar stat line that we saw in 2021 and 2022, not because Julio Jones sucks or Julio Jones stinks. It's just this is his 4th straight team with a 4th different quarterback. I mean, I don't really know what you could expect, especially in a mid-season trade. So expecting Julio Jones to come here and act like he's prime Julio Jones is very unrealistic. Could he be productive? Yeah, possibly. But I think it's going to be one of those situations where you're going to probably see him come up with maybe like 15 to 20 receptions on the season. And if he goes past that, then I'd personally be shocked. At the very minimum, I think that this is a great depth move because I want Julio Jones to be successful. And I do think he has a little bit left in the tank. And I do believe that the fact that he waited this long to sign with the team probably has something to do with either his recovery or just trying to choose the best situation for himself. At the very minimum, this is a decision that is going to make AJ Brown happy. It's going to make the locker room happy. You have a veteran vocal leader in that locker room that a lot of these young athletes respect, especially AJ Brown. And I'm assuming probably DeVonta Smith as well, considering the fact that you're talking about one of the greatest Alabama wide receivers of all time, also playing with one of the greatest Alabama wide receivers of all time. As a matter of fact, Adam Schefter goes out to point that the Eagles defense might be Georgia-based, but its offense is Alabama-based, with Julio Jones, DeVonta Smith, Jalen Hurts, and Landon Dickerson. So at the end of the day, this isn't Julio Jones returning to Pro Bowl form. I think that's a little unrealistic to expect. However, I do think that this is a great opportunity for him to potentially chase that Super Bowl, put himself in the best position to succeed. And at the very minimum, man, I feel like once you've been in the NFL for as long as Julio has, you just want a cool locker room to go into, have a bunch of camaraderie in that locker room, and enjoy your twilight years as much as you can. I think this could be a home for Julio for the foreseeable future, believe it or not, because AJ Brown is on the record saying that he looks up to Julio Jones. He's very well respected there. It's a chance to consistently compete for a Super Bowl, even beyond this year. And I feel like all Julio really needs to be somewhat productive is continuity at this point. Again, 4th straight year with a different team. Last year, he was on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Everyone knew that was probably going to be Tom Brady's last year. The year before, he was with the Tennessee Titans, but he was getting paid a significant amount of money when he wasn't nearly as productive anymore. And of course, the year before, he was with the Atlanta Falcons, but they were trending towards a rebuild. So I think a few seasons with one team in particular could give Julio Jones the longevity that I hope he gets. So let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about all this. I know a lot of people are going to say that this is a non-factor and not a big deal at all whatsoever, because it's a player that hasn't been productive in a few seasons. But at the end of the day, anytime we see a Hall of Famer try to give it one more go, it's always going to put a smile on my face. And I hope we could see some vintage Julio Jones plays against any team but the Cowboys. I give an A+ to the Eagles for the signing. I give an A+ for Julio Jones for the decision. I think it's a great fit. Let me know what you guys think about this decision in the comment section down below. Aside from that, I'm your boy Mike. I'm dropping our mic until our next upload.